The Yamaha XT600 has always held a special place in the world of motorcycles, especially for riders who value freedom, simplicity, and the unshakable reliability of a machine that feels more like a trusted companion than just a piece of hardware. For years, enthusiasts in the United States and around the globe have spoken of the XT600 in almost reverent tones. It was the bike that carried them across deserts, through backcountry trails, down forgotten roads, and even through daily commutes with a grin. Now, in 2026, Yamaha has brought the legend back, and it's not just a nostalgic reissue, it's a careful evolution of a platform that helped define dual-sport adventure. When you look at the new XT600, you're not just seeing a motorcycle, you're seeing decades of history reimagined for a new generation of riders who crave that blend of independence and capability. The first thing people notice when they encounter the 2026 XT600 is that it still feels like an XT. It hasn't been watered down or softened for a market obsessed with luxury or unnecessary tech. It's rugged, purposeful, and honest. At its heart, Yamaha has kept the thumping single-cylinder character alive, the same character that gave the original bike its unmistakable soundtrack and muscular torque. This new version uses an updated 595 cubic centimeters single that has been refined for today's standards, cleaner in emissions, smoother in delivery, and more durable than ever before. Yamaha could have gone the route of high-revving twins or complex electronic trickery, but they didn't. They doubled down on the simplicity that made the XT600 a favorite. Riders in the US will appreciate the dedication because when you're out on the open plains of Arizona, the forests of Oregon, or the backroads of Appalachia, you want a machine that just works. Of course, 2026 means Yamaha couldn't ignore modern requirements. The bike now features fuel injection with adaptive mapping, ensuring reliable starts at high altitude or in the heat of summer. The transmission has been refined to reduce vibration at highway speeds, and there's now a slipper clutch that smooths downshifts when carving through mountain curves. Yet none of these additions feel intrusive or like gimmicks, they're simply refinements that make the XT600 a more versatile partner. The balance between rugged off-road power and relaxed on-road performance has never been better. That's crucial in the US market, where a rider might blast down gravel fire roads one day and spend the next cruising 200 miles on the interstate. The chassis tells another story of thoughtful design. Yamaha has built the XT600 around a lightweight steel frame that keeps strength where it matters most. Suspension travel has been extended slightly to soak up modern trail abuse, but the seat height remains approachable for riders of different sizes. In a country as vast as the United States, accessibility matters. Yamaha clearly wanted to make sure that the XT600 wasn't a bike reserved only for tall or experienced off-roaders, it's a motorcycle that welcomes newcomers while still rewarding veterans with performance they can push. Long-distance comfort has been improved through a redesigned seat and better vibration isolation, something American riders will appreciate when tackling those cross-state journeys. The design language of the new XT600 strikes a clever balance between retro familiarity and modern sharpness. It nods respectfully to the classic lines of its predecessors with its compact tank, minimalist bodywork, and sturdy stance, while offering a cleaner, more aggressive silhouette. There are subtle Dakar-inspired cues, but nothing feels like cosplay. This isn't a toy or a throwback novelty, it's a serious dual-sport machine ready to do exactly what its name suggests. For many riders in the US, that's going to be the deciding factor. The XT600 doesn't try to be a fragile showpiece, it looks ready to be dropped, dusted off, and ridden hard again. Electronics have been integrated without overwhelming the bike's core identity. There's a small but highly legible digital dash that displays just what you need: speed, tachometer, gear indicator, fuel range, and trip meters. No oversized touchscreens, no menus buried 3 layers deep. Yamaha understands the XT600 is about immersion in the ride, not fiddling with tech. There is, however, a subtle nod to modern touring expectations with the inclusion of USB-C charging ports and optional Bluetooth connectivity for helmet intercoms or navigation if desired. For the US rider who might be navigating the endless backroads of Montana or camping deep in the Rockies, these features bring convenience without detracting from the rugged spirit of the bike. Performance on both pavement and dirt remains the core selling point. The XT600 has always thrived in that in-between world where highways end and trails begin. In 2026, that remains true. On asphalt, the engine hums steadily at 70 miles per hour, free of the harsh vibrations older singles were known for. There's enough passing power to overtake confidently, but not so much that the bike feels intimidating. Off-road, the broad torque curve lets you crawl up steep inclines and power out of sand or mud with a flick of the wrist. Riders who remember the unpredictable carbureted surge of the older XT600S will be surprised at how linear and predictable the new delivery feels, while still retaining that visceral thump that connects you directly to the terrain. Durability has always been Yamaha's ace card with the XT series, and the 2026 version doubles down on that reputation. The bike is designed with simple maintenance in mind, from easily accessible oil filters to robust skid plates protecting the underbelly. Yamaha knows that American riders often tackle massive distances where dealerships might be few and far between. That reliability isn't just a bonus, it's a necessity. Owners who want to cross the deserts of Nevada or take the Alaska Highway can trust that this machine is built to handle punishment and keep going without complaint. The aftermarket potential is already shaping up to be huge. Yamaha has released official accessories including pannier racks, heavy-duty luggage systems, taller windshields, and upgraded bash guards. US riders who value long-distance adventure will find themselves spoiled for choice when it comes to customizing the XT600 for their needs. Whether it's outfitting the bike for a coast-to-coast trek, setting it up as a daily commuter that can also tackle trails, or keeping it stripped down and raw for weekend fun, the XT600 adapts easily. Its simplicity makes it a platform for personal expression, something that's increasingly rare in modern motorcycles weighed down by proprietary systems and overly complex electronics. One of the more fascinating aspects of the 2026 XT600 is how it appeals across generations. Older riders who once cut their teeth on the original models will feel the immediate connection of nostalgia, remembering the days when the XT was their passport to freedom. Younger riders, many of whom are looking for affordable, reliable, and versatile machines, will see the XT600 as a breath of fresh air compared to the glut of overly specialized bikes. For American riders in particular, who often demand versatility from their machines due to the sheer variety of landscapes, the XT600 fits perfectly into the culture of exploration. Pricing hasn't been officially locked in as of its unveiling, but Yamaha has hinted strongly that it will come in competitively. Positioned well below the high-end adventure segment while offering more capability than entry-level dual sports. That places it in a sweet spot for US riders who want a bike that can handle both their daily ride and their wild weekend escapes without draining their wallet. In an age where motorcycles are climbing in price, the XT600's return as a reasonably accessible machine feels almost rebellious, and that only enhances its appeal. Ultimately, what makes the 2026 Yamaha XT600 so exciting is that it isn't just a motorcycle, it's a symbol of adventure reborn. It carries forward the DNA of a machine that helped shape an entire category while making just enough modern adjustments to stay relevant in today's demanding riding environment. It represents a kind of honesty in motorcycling that many people feel has been slipping away. No needless frills, no pandering to luxury, just the pure joy of twisting a throttle and seeing where the road, or the dirt trail, takes you. In the United States, where the spirit of exploration has always been a part of the riding culture, this bike feels right at home. The Yamaha XT600's legacy was built on trust, resilience, and freedom. In 2026, that legacy continues stronger than ever. Riders who climb aboard will not just be buying a motorcycle, they'll be buying into a lifestyle, a promise that no road is too far, no trail too rough, and no dream too big. For the ones who have been waiting, the return of this legend isn't just about riding. It's about rediscovering what it means to be alive on two wheels.